I'm here by myself, a lone tourist, and I've just left the airport and joined my guide and driver as we make our way to the city of Aleppo. I really don't know what to expect from this visit to Syria. I'm nervous, I'm excited. At this stage, I'm not even sure what I'm allowed to film, nervously pointing my phone out the window as we pass mile after mile of highway, lined with buildings destroyed by almost a decade of fighting and conflict. I see signs pointing to the cities of Homs, Hama and Aleppo, names I was used to hearing on the 9 o'clock news, where you would see shocking images of devastating crisis, images that would haunt you night after night. I'm here as a tourist, an observer. One thing I can't help but notice is the billboards and signs that line the highway, all of them showing the face of Bashar al-Assad, controversial leader of Syria for over 2 decades. While Aleppo was my first stop on my travels through Syria, Homs was probably the place I was most nervous about visiting. For many years when I was younger, I would always hear the nightly news reports from Homs, horrified by everything that was happening there. Most of the damage you will see in Homs took place in the 3 years between 2011 and 2014, in what was known as the Siege of Homs. As we enter Homs now, a city that appears to be in ruins, I can't help but think back to those horrific images on the nightly news of cars burning, fires blazing, the sound of rocket blasts, and thousands of scared families attempting to flee the city.
Everyone will have heard of the word Homs or the name of this city, and we're currently in one of the worst devastated areas of the city, which is next to the mosque. You can probably see the buildings here behind me are just totally destroyed. It's hard to drive past this and look at it. Like, every single building is empty. There's nobody living in any of these buildings, any of these apartments, any of these houses. They're all totally empty. They are dark black from smoke and fire from rockets. Bullet holes everywhere. It's hard to look at. This is one of the main mosques here in Homs. It's actually being totally restored. It was destroyed during the war, and they're still working on the renovations.
Khalid bin Walid. In English, Khalid bin Walid.
So I was just asking the guide why so much of this area of the city has been destroyed, like why this area? And I also asked him who destroyed the mosque. It's now almost fully restored, but he said it was from airstrikes from people outside of Syria, so I guess people from other countries that destroyed it. So the guide is just saying that most of the bombings or most of the destruction you see here was done by terrorists, many of them who came from other countries. Came into this part of Homs and just destroyed all the buildings.
Who actually destroyed the mosque and the surrounding homes, schools and apartment blocks is debatable. The Siege of Homs was a military confrontation, and it actually happened between the Syrian military and the Syrian opposition.